All right, as I said, I'm fixing to make a nice chicken rice casserole at Mark's way, and I want to show you how that's done. So before we start, you can see I have all of my stuff prepared to prepare in front of me. Okay, it doesn't take up, I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, and there's a bit of work to do ahead, which you will get to see the whole process. And, you know, I will show you how I prepared this and how much it takes and everything like that of everything. So I'm going to get this set. I want to set just so you can see what I'm doing in the stove and on the cutting counter. And there you go. Now you won't get to see my lovely face too much, but let's remember I'm showing you how to cook. Now I have washed my hands. I have washed them very well. So I'm going to go to town. The first thing I like to take care of and get out of the way is I need, for this particular recipe, I need to turn on the heat for the front stove, this burner here. Turn it on high. I want to get this pan right hot there, real fast, you know, because I'm going to be searing that bacon in there, and you know. So meanwhile, while that's heating up, and it doesn't take long, sort of switch some things around so a little bit more room. All right, meanwhile, while that's going on, the Uncle Ben's rice, okay, goes in the microwave for 90 seconds, as is, you know, as per direction, you know. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let's make sure you can. Okay, I really don't know, but I'll say, okay, maybe you did. Anyway, Uncle Ben's 90-second rice goes in the oven, the microwave oven, for 90 seconds, of course. And you start that and let it go. Now, this is heating up over here. I need to take a knife. Now, you see, you should always make sure you have a nice set of knives, okay? Knives are an essential tool, and they need to be properly maintained, okay, and used properly. Let's not forget to emphasize the fact that they need to be used properly. Knives are dangerous. So now I'm going to show you the safe way. I hope you know that you will learn to use a knife. I can show it to you, and I hope that you will learn it. I know that it's safe. I use it all the time and failed to cut my fingers off yet. Oh no! What happened? Maybe I was wrong. Anyway, maybe that's what took to teach me. Duh. Alright, let's see. Bacon. I want to get that cut and up there, so I need a knife that I'm going to look at. I just want a little tiny knife for this. And what I'm going to do, see, I got it all splayed out, so it just looks, you know, as gross as possibly can. And what I'm going to do is push on this like that, and I'm going to slice across. Now I'm going to use the edge of my knife, the edge of my spatula as a guide. I don't need it perfect. This is going to be cooked in little bits, right? So all I need is little bits to be cooked into. And a good safe way to do that is what you're looking at right here. Okay? You can do that all day long, and you will not cut yourself. But you will cut the hell out of some bacon, I'll tell you what. As you just saw. And now that's plenty hard enough. I'm going to drop this down now to 3 to bring the temperature down just a bit. I see it's starting to steam. I'm going to put a little bit of fan on and throw those in. Those are going to get to cooking there. Now I know, sweetie, that you don't eat piggy. You don't like it, and that's okay. But when you see the way I'm using this and the tiny little amount that I'm using here for what I'm doing, you may want to think about giving it a try. You know, maybe just once. Alright, we will get that all simmering good. Now, see, I got a secret weapon. This keeps it from messing the whole place up. And we turn that right down like that, you know, all the way down to number 1. Okay, I just want that to sit there and simmer slowly so that now I can start preparing all of the veggies. But before I do that, I'm not even going to use this cutting board to do that because, well, yes I will, because I still have the chicken to cut up. So I'm going to wash it. Now in this water I have here, I should turn this light on too, huh? Look here, the water I have in this sink here is it's soapy water. You know, I use a good dish detergent here. Here's Palmolive. There's good stuff. Anyway, and that's lavender because we all like lavender. Anyway, you know, and then I put about 4 tablespoons for this whole sink full of water of regular, ordinary household bleach. That literally sterilizes everything. Okay, now you got to be careful because your rag may tend to get all kind of really bleached out, you know. But there isn't enough bleach in there to hurt it. So everything looks to be doing good here, and I can pull out my okay, I was going to use this one again because I still have the chicken, and you know, I try to do everything there, all the meats on one cutting board and all the veggies on another cutting board. That way you don't cross mingle and, you know, all that other garbage with it. So that's what we're going to do, and you can see that's steaming there. Okay, and I don't need this fan on anymore because I've cut it way back. Always keep plenty of pot holders around. Oh yeah, you see how they're starting to brown good now? Yeah, that's good. Now I've cut that heat way back, and I've done that for a purpose. I want these to sit here and cook just like this while I prepare the veggies to saute. Okay, and remember, I've turned that heat way down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn down some more because I want it a slow cook. Okay, off and then just on. Okay, so there. All right, now we take our chicken, and I want to prepare chicken to be prepared, and I know I'm not going to eat it all, so I'm just going to take out of that what I can get for this meal. I'm going to cut this like this because I want to use this package. I don't even want to touch inside there if I don't have to. Okay, now I can take another clean knife, sterilized it, and make sure it is good and, you know, nice sterilized knife there. Cut out what I want for this meal. Now there's a pad under that drips out all the, you know, the blood and stuff like that. So it most likely won't even let you go through all of it, but you go through what you can. Okay, now I've got to wash my hands for a second because I need a plate to put that in. That's not ready to go into that pan yet because, well, actually it is too. It is. I just need to cut it now into pieces so that it can go into that pan. So that's what I'll do. Alright, take this slider off onto there, and all this here, that's all spare, leftover. Half of what I purchased is going to be frozen and put away. Now I know that's not going to stay like that, but I am going to put it back in the refrigerator just for now, just as it is. And as soon as I can, I'm going to get in there once I'm done cooking this here, and I'm going to throw that into a nice sealed and sterilized bag. I forgot one ingredient, some olives there. This is a thing of my choice. I use this just to, you know, before I'm fixing to eat a good meal there. You juice up a little bit and make sure your body has the hydrates and the you know, the carbohydrates and all that that you're gonna need to eat, you know, to digest all your food. All right, now that's starting to look browned the way I like it. There's still some pieces that aren't quite. I want them all browned nicely before I throw the chicken in there, because they will cook some more, but the point is those are going to be cooked right down to black along with the onions. I just remembered something. I need to throw the onions in there. So this board, as it is going to be set aside so that my veggie board can come out and take its place. Alright, now we're going to start chopping some onions first. That goes in there along right after this is the garlic. Now I want to take off that, and I'm only going to use half of this giant onions, and I want to cut it like this against the grain. That way it stays together. If you cut it the other way with the grain, yeah, it ends up splitting apart there, your extra piece. This is the piece I'm going to put in the refrigerator, and I have to have a sterilized vacuum bag. Now I don't want to seal this really, but it's an onion, so you seal it, and that can go back in the refrigerator. If I can figure out which drawer it goes into. Alright, now there's waste products here, and then there's some here that some people would say is waste product, but I kind of think it's like a snack while I'm cooking. I have to cut off just a portion. See, nice, clean, pure onion meat right there, and this is the garbage part. I'm not finished here yet, so just going to give a little slice there. Take off this first layer. Makes it easier to do the rest of it. You just kind of pinch it there and make a layer of it. There it goes, just like that. See? And this all goes in garbage. This is a natural protector from the elements for an onion. And once you've removed it, everything else is good to go. And meanwhile, yeah, it is in my mouth. It is onion. It is fresh, and it is good. Now you see, you're never going to see me use a knife in such a way as like this. Okay, this is a bad example of how to use a knife. The proper way, if you're going to use your hand to stabilize your material, is first make sure that you have one layer of material that's not all slippy and slidey. Put your fingers like so, curled under like this, and then rest the knife on your knuckle, this part of your knuckle, and you use the round of your knife to do this, and you just continuously feed with your fingers, never extending. You're only wanting to push the material forward. At a certain point you don't even need to push it, and I want some of it cut really small, which is why I'm doing this, to make it small. Okay, And now I can do the rest of this like this. Whew! I am starting to sweat. I'm gonna turn the fan on because I don't want to be sweating all over the food here. Uh-oh, piece of onion skin on there. Alright, now these will be a little bit larger chunks in the end. So I'm just going to third that and then do this right here. It's a nice, almost bite-sized chunks. You see? It doesn't have to be exact. Alright, now, see some of these here, the really finely chopped ones, those are going to be cooked to black, right along with that bacon that's in there. Okay, so we're going to take that off now. The bacon is perfect. Okay, now we got to heat that sucker back up again, and for a few minutes we're going to remove, for a few minutes we're going to remove the bacon because it's right now. We don't want to overcook it. All I want in there right now is the oils that came out of that bacon to saute the rest of the veggies in. Now meanwhile, that Uncle Ben's rice has been over there in the microwave, and it's fine. It's all ready to go, and it's fine sitting right there. So that's why I'm not messing with it. The bacon, we're gonna set the bacon aside. I'll set it over here because it's not gonna get knocked around over there. I have to remove my glasses. It's obvious because I am beginning to sweat, even with the fan on. So I've got myself a towel that I will keep handy. I will keep that right there. So when I start to feel myself getting drippy there, I can take care of that before it has a chance to get into the recipe. What do you think about that? Okay, that pan has been heating up there. And I'm going to put this right in there like that. The only time that you will see me reach for salt is right now in this kind of a process with veggies. You put the veggie in, you salt it a little bit, cover it, let that heat up good. I want to let that heat right up because I want those onions right in there and be all black, you know. I mean, poof. That's why there ain't a whole bunch of them. I just put a little bit, you know. But those are going to be black, okay? Then, meanwhile, I'm going to get the rest of the onion prepared to throw in there, and also the garlic has to be prepared. Now, see, you can also do it like this, but see, what's going to happen is that when you push down, it's all going to come apart. So you let the onion hold itself together. Like I say, you wrap your fingers and you do this. Now that's hot enough. I can turn that down. You see, you don't want to ever lose attention. You see, I see the smoke is coming up here, and this the funny thing about electric heat there, you turn it off doesn't mean the heat is off. That element stays on for a little while, so you gotta be careful. I mean, it doesn't, not that it stays on, but it stays hot. Let's put it that way. Alright, now let's check these out. Yeah, ooh, it smells nice. Smells nice. Oh yeah, little burnt onions there coming right up. See, it's not a whole bunch either, just a little bit. Now, I'm afraid my yeah, fire alarm's gonna go off in a second here. Smoking too much. Okay, but that's alright. The heat is off. It's going to stop smoking now. And I can't throw these in there until those are blackened a bit more. But I can do this. I can put them into a separate dish. Uh-oh. We had an escape artist there. He's down behind. Oh, man. I have to fish him out later. Okay. So, no, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So, Those go over there. They can't go in there yet. I'm going to turn this heat back on again, and we're going to do this a couple times with these onions. You know, get it hot, let it cool. Get it hot, let it cool. Alright. Next thing go in there is the garlic. I have 1 clove of a garlic. Off of my garlic, the ones that I grew last year. This is actually a fairly good size clove. For some reason they didn't get all that big, and I'm sure I did everything right. It must have been just the kind of garlic that it is. Now I hear that getting hot again, so not quite burning, so I'm going to leave that for a second. Now you gotta use the right tool for the job, and for doing garlic you want to start out with something like that, okay? Something heavy, flat, and with a lot of surface, you know, because this is what you want to do right here to start out with your garlic. See how that does it? That's all, oh yeah, see, that's all smashed up and good and ready to go. Now all you got to do with it now is get it off the knife, which sometimes can, if you don't like garlic, use something like this to do it. But see, I like garlic, so I actually lick it raw right off my hands. And now, just to be good there, I'm going to go ahead and cut these garlics a little bit more. You know, as you keep your hand away, keep that free hand away from there altogether, you can do this and not hurt yourself or anyone else. Using a knife isn't rocket science, you know. Now, to clean the knife edge off, you do want to use another tool, because let's face it, when you take a tool like this, okay, which is here, and I'll show you, I want to show you this anyway, so check this out. Now you take a sharpening iron like this, a rod, and you stick your thumb in it so it hangs there. You see this on TV and everywhere, people using it like this. Okay, duh. Okay, look at this. You hook your thumb on there, right? It's hanging. You grasp it there. You take your blade and you run it this way, away from your body and in a safe direction from anyone else or anything else. There's no chance that I'm going to cut myself there, but I can guarantee you that knife is getting very freaking sharp. And it's sharp enough, so, because I did that before. I just wanted to show you how it's done. So let's go back to what we're doing here. I am starving to death, so I have to eat, you know. Alright, so we'll go back to what we're doing, right? Okay, all of my knives are already sharp. I just wanted to explain that to you. Let's see how the onions are doing. Yes, they are blackened. You see those blackened, dark ass, freaking smelly, burnt, freaking never would eat that? Yeah, okay, not gonna eat it. Gonna show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a mess on the floor with a very hot pan. Okay, so we take care of that. Now, what we are going to do with this is throw these burnt chunks away. I wouldn't eat that, and I wouldn't ask anybody else to either. That tastes really nasty right there. But I'll tell you what, it does add a flavor, just a hint of a flavor into that pan that we want. So, coming over to the sink here. Coming over to the sink here. Put that in there. And I'm just going to get rid of all of that. Now you say, oh, Mark is wasting, Mark is wasting. Now let me tell you something. That I threw away right there is not wasted. that has given me all the flavor in the world that I could ever ask for. And look at it, it's not worth eating anything now. So now we come back over here and we put the garlic in there. Now then we're not gonna burn the garlic like we did those onions there. We're gonna put it in there. Okay. We get all that garlic in there and kind of shuffle it a little bit there, just a bit. And now, while that's heating up by itself a little bit on an off pan that was burning hot a few seconds ago, okay, that's just there to brown a little bit. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 tablespoons of oil. Throw my onions in there. Now, you see the bacon there? The bacon is not going in there yet. Ha! It's like, I'm going to show you what to do with that in just a few minutes. Okay? We're going to take this for now with that heat turned off the way it is. Now I'm going to cover it up. Oh, that's right. I threw my cover onto the floor and it needs to be washed. So, now, having been washed and sterilized once again, don't really want all this water in here. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen. Oh, it's not going to do it now. It's not quite hot enough. Pan's cooling off. I'm going to have to heat it up a little bit more because I want that to always be careful with stuff like that around burners. Turn the heat back on. I want that to get hot enough to simmer those onions to clear while I'm preparing everything else. That means getting that pan nice and hot and then shutting it off and just leaving it there. And don't touch it after that. Just let it go. It's almost hot enough now. I can hear it sizzling away. I don't want it hot enough to burn the onions like I got it before. I only want it hot enough to get them cooking, you know. So there, I just shut the burner off now. Now I'm going to show you something. These go in there shortly after you put the onions. Okay, shortly after. When they're done, these are going to be really soft. It's just peanuts, ordinary average peanuts in the shell, salted. Okay, I took them all of the shells, and you see I even used the brown skin that comes on them. Oh yeah, I use that too. That's good stuff. That's where the vitamins are, a lot of it. So what we're going to do is now I can hear that sizzling really good even though the heat is off. So I'm going to take it up and stir it a little bit. I'm in no rush here, as you can tell. You know, I'm taking my time. This is a meal for me, not some anxious person sitting out there tapping their foot and clenching their wallet. This is a meal for me, and baby, if you were here, you would enjoy this as well. Okay, I don't know if you can see it there, but these are beginning to come clear now. So what we're going to do now is put these onions, these already cooked bacons back into, look at this. This is the piece of that burnt onion. It's strong, but I'll tell you, you only need a little bit for a spice, you know. If you're going to use it as a spice to something, you can. You just got to, like anything else, moderation, know how to use it. Number 1 key, know how to use it. Yes. So now we're going to put the peanuts in here and let those get started to soften and absorb their home, it sounds like. Huh. I may not have time. Well, we'll continue. Who cares? Even if they're here. Okay, so now while that's heating, and I'm going to turn the heat back on a little bit. Yep, they are here. Okay. See, that's how long it's taking me to do it. Took too long. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this all prepared. Hey, hey.
Okay.
No, I'm not done yet. Actually, I just started, really.
What'd you do?
Huh?
What'd you do?
Well, as you can see, I'm filming it, so I wanted to make sure that everything was, you know, presentable. So, anyway, got those going. I'm going to start throwing in some of these veggies. Now, I didn't do this with the onions when I first threw them in, but I am going to do it with these celery. Put it in there, dash of salt. And
What, you still cooking?
well, actually, it just started not too long ago. I was mainly getting everything ready to cook first, because I want to film it, you know? So, right now, just making bite-sized pieces of everything to put into the casserole, and they're going to all be sauteed here. Hear that heat coming up again. Now I'm just going to turn down 3 and let it simmer.
Now what you want? Okay, I know.
Because I'm going to be adding and adding and adding, so.
Get them in.
Almost got enough there. One. One for me. Okay. Yeah. See that all starting to get soft in there. And I did turn the heat down just a little more, down to 2, because we're a little hot. So now the carrots will go in. Everything gets sauteed well. Oh, dash of salt on the carrots. Okay. Whoa! Grape artists. Flying trapeze. Where's the dog?
Over here.
Well, you might get to see the dog after all. I thought Samson was going to be a no-show tonight.
Huh?
I'm talking to the camera. Okay. I don't want to use this one. It's too small for this. I'm cutting these into bite-sized pieces. And now, notice I haven't put the bell pepper in there yet. I won't either, not until almost last. All of this goes in there. Oops. Going to be sauteing for a while, like it is to cook all that meat down. Camera time on? I didn't cut it up enough, I guess, but you can see it's starting to cook now. It's going to cook right in with those, all those vegetables that I just mixed in there. Almost like you would a stir fry. Like I say, I'll spread that all out. And then I'm going to cover it and just let it simmer on low heat while I do everything else here. Everything else going on. Yeah, it's looking nice. Looking hot. Okay, I think now is the time to stash garlic and herb. Oh, carried away there. And onion and herb, just a dash. That's it. That's all the seasons that goes in there. I can put some pepper, but not going to. No pepper goes in there. Now, that's all spread nicely. Oh. Right tool for the job, right? Okay. You're probably wondering, what the heck is he going to do with the cheese and all that? Well, you'll see. Not now, but you'll see. Alright. Let's get this ready. Hearts. I'm only going to use about half. These here I'm going to eat as is. Oh yeah, those are good. But I'm going to use half of each. Like the onions, I'm going to cut them into about, you know, little bite size like pieces like that. Okay. Everything there. And there. Okay, those are just about ready to go in there. Let's see how the chicken is doing. Where's my pad? Oh, I hid it from myself right in front of my face. Okay. Now, chicken's got to cook a little bit more before I throw those in there. I don't want those turning to mush. Meanwhile, I can start heating the oven. About ready to start heating the oven now. Yep, those are cooking. It's going well. Those will wait just a few minutes. Oven. 400 degrees. 400 degrees. And now I'm ready for my rice, which has been sitting in the microwave since the very beginning. Remember them. Uncle Ben's long grain wild. Delicious. 90 seconds. Okay. Anyway, my mom's looking at me like, what a nut. Anyway. Okay. So this is almost ready to go in there. Got the rice. I need to prepare to mix all that together with these and the sour cream. The oil I'm done with. I only used, as you saw, about 4 tablespoons of that. Is plenty. Let's see what we got going here now. Oh yeah, doing nice. I'm not even gonna stir that. Okay.
What the heck did you do here?
What? That's not me.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's burnt onion. That's burnt onion, which I use just to season pre-season the oil that I'm using to make this. Just a little bit of really burnt onion. Okay, let's see. Where was I again? I lost myself. Yes, I'm mixing the rice and all that together. Okay, I need a good size. I need to do this, and I think I'll do it in this because that will hold it. Mom, can I bake in this? I can bake in this.
No.
No? Can't bake in
There
that?
are casserole dishes on that shelf under
In
there.
this shelf here? Let's see. Okay.
Right in front of you there.
This, right?
No.
Wow.
Casserole dishes in there.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, we got it. Let's see if I can do this without. It's got my hand! Oh no! Ah! There it goes! Oh, I got it! Oh, it's coming back! Okay. I think we're safe. Oh, okay. Anyway. Now, I guess I'm not going to use this. That barely fits in there. Actually, it doesn't go there. It goes up there. Okay. Now, we got the casserole dish. Now, that's the casserole dish for sure, right there. Okay. Take a bite. Now we're ready for the peppers to go in there. And as usual, every time I add a vegetable, a shake of salt. And you let that simmer. Yeah. Excuse me for a second. Alright, now can start doing some mixing. Okay, we'll put the rice in there. We're not going to worry about neatness now, are we? Okay. There, we are. You know what? There is a trick to this. Where is it? Anyone old-fashioned dudes. Actually, I'll just do this. Just to get a hole in there. So you can do that and get it out of there real fast like. Now, I'm just using a little bit of water to wash what was inside the can out. Just don't like to leave this. It's good stuff. Okay, now we have this is a new one I'm trying here. This is a new one to this recipe, that is. I'm adding a little bit of pre-made concentrated chicken soup. Not the whole can, just a little bit. Give that a little bit of a mix. Okay, you see the consistency of that there is starting to look like almost like a pudding there. Perfect. Alright, all the veggies will go in there momentarily with the meat and all of that. Oh yeah, we're there now. Because those peppers are almost coming clear. They got to come clear just a little bit before they go in the oven. Oh, look at that. So good. The pan is too full
What does this
for
go
the cover
to?
anymore. That go. Oh, I was looking for that. Thank you for finding it. Where is it? Uh-oh.
What the heck did you do?
What? I washed it and everything.
Where's the other one?
Oh, I thought you found the other one. That I was looking. I'm still looking for it. It's somewhere. When I start cleaning up, I'll find it. It's either that or it's in there. But I'll find it. That's a little cooked onion there. Okay. The chicken is cooked well. It's all white. And if you poke it like that, it's white all the way through. See? That's well cooked. Ooh, and tender. And really hot. Alright. So, we're going to mix that in now with everything else here. I don't need the cover anymore. This all goes right in here. Oh, if you could smell that. If you could smell that. Alright, my oven is ready. Perfect timing, huh? Look at that. Now, the heat is just going to be turned off there. And I can leave that all sit there just as it is. Alright. I'm going to put some my sour cream in there.
Yeah. Alright.
Love it. Love sour cream. Anyway. Spoon to put the sour cream. Like I said, about half of this container goes in there. Okay. Okay. Might as well use this to go ahead and mix it in. Oh, it's looking very good. It's looking very good. But you know what I think I'm going to do, because it looks to me a little thin. I didn't quite put, I should have probably put 2 bags of the Uncle Ben's rice, but that's okay. I will put some minute rice, instant stuff in there to absorb the difference. See, ooh, even better than that. Even better than that, I'm gonna throw in some peanut noodles. Oh yes, yes. We're gonna mix in. Now I'm gonna have to be careful because these will absorb a lot of that moisture. I'm gonna add some more moisture just to make it work. And those are gonna mix right in there. I'm gonna have to add some more water. That's okay. What I can do is put the rest of this chicken on there, chicken soup. half a can of butter. Now, those noodles will absorb all of that juice that's in there, no problem. This has to be in the oven for 45 minutes. So once I get this stirred up, and it's going to be in there with no cover, so you got to put a pan under it just in case it boils over or something like that. Okay, but get it all mixed in there good. Oh, tasty, already tasty. Now, we're going there. Okay, pan to put on the rack below. That needs to be adjusted down. That rack is too high. So, bring it down so it's just above that pan. And now, this goes in on centered over the pan. That stays just like that for 45 minutes. Set the alarm. 42, 3, 4, 5. Right there. 45 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and clean all this stuff up. You can see there's still some ingredients that I have left to put in there. This is actually going to be eaten with the meal and not mixed into it. But anyway, all the little mess to clean up, so I'm going to put this all to ease in about 45 minutes. We'll tune back in.